Alright, so we got this bike behind me. We're gonna try and put a motor on it, kind of do like a cafe racer type of build. Hopefully, we'll see how it turns out, but let's try. Okay, so these are the forks from the moped that we're gonna try and fit onto this bike. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work, but I think we're gonna be able to figure it out. I don't know what else I should say. But anyway, yeah, so these are the forks from the moped that we're gonna try and fit onto this bike. So, pretty cool. So the problem here is there's a space. The threads don't go further enough down for the ball bearing to seat in there properly, and so that's no good, right? But what we're gonna do is use this old piece from the gooseneck that's made to seat down in there and just grind out the threads. So hopefully it will work as just a spacer and it'll seat down in there properly. And then we're probably gonna have to put some kind of other washer or spacer too, but I think using this will be key. Okay, so here's the part that I was talking about that's gonna seat over that ball bearing. I'm hoping that I'm just gonna be able to file out the threads and make it fit it just to slide down and work as a spacer. So I'm just gonna use a bastard file and see if I can't file away. So here we go.
"2,000 years later."
So after like 7 years of filing, I finally got the piece that I was working on to fit over where it needs to be. So I think we're gonna be able to get these forks to work now. So here's the piece that we spent forever filing down in order to fit over these threads and then seat there. And this is actually a spacer for a bicycle gooseneck that I stole off of another bike. And so we're gonna put that and that, and now I think it'll fit and work. Okay, so we got the forks on. Looks pretty good, I think. I'm gonna actually take the forks back off and sand them down, clean them up, and paint them. but for now, I just wanted to get it like fitted on and see what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the front tire on, the front wheel on, and see what it looks like. So. Okay, so we've run into another little problem here. There's this space between the hub and the fork. So there's no amount of tightening of this will fix this. So we're gonna thread a bolt all the way on the axle to take up that space and space it out. So we'll do it on both sides and then screw these on. But then on top of that, these little washers with the hook, just to help the wheel from like falling off, I think we're going to go ahead and drill a hole through the fork so that we can accommodate that little hook. So I actually found these little washers floating around in the garage. I got a ton of them, and they're gonna work perfectly to space out the wheel within the forks. They fit like exactly over the axle, so it's perfect. Okay, so we got the forks mounted on the bike. I think it looks pretty sweet. Figured out all the little things we had to do, and it worked out pretty well. Now we got to go ahead and tear everything back off, clean it up, sand down the forks, paint them, and then put them back on. Alright, so I think that's it for today's video. We got the forks mounted, figured all that stuff out. They looked good, so we went ahead and took them back off. I think next video we're going to be sanding the forks and painting them and then putting them back on. So if you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Tune in for next time. Thanks.